Right. Okay, guys, good morning. So today we are starting our session on get to know cloud licensing. So in today's session, we have Pulasti Palansurya, Manager Business Development, CSP Trident Corporation, and we have Nasif Nazim. He's also working as a business development executive in Trident Corporation for CSP. So before we start the session, so this is a brief introduction regarding cloud licensing. We are more focusing on Microsoft because this is the subject what we have right now. We have direct support in here in Sri Lanka. So whatever we do, we need to know what are the licensing problems, because some of the people still have the question, what is the standalone license versus the cloud subscription? Why is it subscription based for all the devices and stuff? So moving forward, we will be talking more in detail regarding this. So good morning, Pulasti. How are you?
Good morning, Malik. Thanks for having us this
Yes.
session.
Okay, Nasif. So how is the day is going on?
Hello, hi, Malit. Thank you for having us. I've been continuously watching your sessions, and it's really helpful for the IT industry and mostly our customers to get to have a great knowledge on the products what we sell, and it's a very good initiative.
Okay.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on that.
Thank
There's
you.
like a great feedback on all the sessions actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely,
Keep
definitely.
keep keep, keep up the good work. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sunday Nasif has his birthday last time, so we
I
will shout
had
out
I
to
had
him.
that. Thank you
Yes.
very much for the
Okay,
shout out. Thank
We
you
okay,
very
all
much for the
waiting for
shout out.
the little birthday treat. So we'll see.
Hopefully,
so
On the
all are
hopefully.
upcoming
waiting.
session.
Hopefully, right? So with
Yeah.
this pandemic situation, the subscription base and the licensing was little bit of spike, and people are getting to know about licensing, and we had some issues with licensing problems. With some people are selling fake licenses, some people are moving forward with different kinds of methods. So we we as technology experts and people working together, we have to encourage people of, and we have to move them to the right angle of buying this product and moving forward. So moving forward, I have some questions available with some of the colleagues of mine who has these questions earlier. So I will make sure that you answer for them, and anyone can ask a question. So today we will be giving two giveaways sponsored by Trident Corporation, Pulasti and Nasif. So we'll be selecting the subscriber of the day and the best question of the day as well. So let's get started, Pulasti. Right. So my first question is, what is the subscription base and perpetual licensing difference? Can you a little bit explain
So
regarding this?
yeah, sure. There are actually numerous differences in terms of subscription and perpetual or on-prem. But one of the main thing is perpetual license or on-prem is for lifetime. User can purchase it and use it for lifetime, right? But in the cloud terms, so in cloud licenses, it's basically you can either buy it. It's like annual subscription, or it's annual subscription or even a monthly subscription, right? So if you're under a CSP or cloud solution provider program, you can even purchase it monthly, or you can even purchase direct. So and the other main thing is the on-prem licenses are installed in the local servers, and cloud servers obviously on the cloud. So those are the main difference, I would say. There are a lot of differences, but these are the two main differences, I would say.
Okay, thank you. So Nasif, do you have want to add anything regarding this?
Yeah. So whatever Pula said was, it's related to product base. So what I want to add in is like a holistic view of what perpetual and subscription is. Traditionally, what subscription, what people meant by subscription, what they subscribe for was newspapers and magazines, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whenever you subscribe, we get this delivered, and we monthly we've been paying for these subscriptions. But if
Mm-hmm.
you take nowadays, any business model can be converted into a subscription model, and which is very effective. It helps us to retain the customer. And then if
Mhm.
you sell perpetual licenses, if in terms of perpetual license or any one-time product, if you've been selling, it's just one time you're going to meet the customer and you're going to fulfill his needs just once. But if you're doing it subscription based, you're going to continuously help your customer fulfill his needs. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a very interact, it's going to be always helping the customer on and off, so that we have
Mhm.
very good relationship with the customer. That's what I would like to add in.
Yeah, that's a good answer actually. So I like to add some little more details regarding
Yeah.
this. So people getting to know this subscription base and perpetual. Perpetual is a single license. If it's, for example, if it's say 2019 or 2020, that is the only version. You get updates till the next version release. For example, if you're taking a product like let's say Office 2019, so when you buy the product you will be having the updates till the next version comes. So Microsoft
Yes.
releases Office every 3 years, so we are expecting to have the 2022 version at the I think by the end of next year. I think we'll be having 2022 version. So when that version comes you doesn't get the updates. That means you are not upgraded to the latest version. But when you are using subscription, my fellow viewers, you are upgrading yourself as the product upgrades. So this is the product between subscription and perpetual licensing. Little bit of adding, Pulasti. So again, I have a question for you both. You can collaborate on this answer. So why why did Microsoft went on subscription model? They were in the perpetual license as well, but still there are some products available. But why did they move to subscription based more highly?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think when you talk about the licensing, or even like earlier days when you talk about the IT budget, people, it's like a burden for a company, right? Like they're thinking about, oh, we have to buy these servers, we have to have large server rooms, even have to have all the license for all the users. We have to pay upfront this much. So those are the main issues, the IT budget, around the IT budget, had within like the CEOs and CFOs. I think
Okay.
what Microsoft understood is basically to make it more affordable for the users or the clients, right? And
Mhm.
also with that they want to have that digital transformation kind of thing for all the organizations globally, right? So
Yeah.
you know how with all the subscription models came in, how the businesses transformed their way of thinking, and how they started collaborating with each other. And also with the productivity tools came in, so
Yeah.
that's the thinking I think behind it. So why Microsoft wanted to have this subscription model. So now it's a subscription model. It's kind of like a opex, like operational expenditure. So like yearly you can say, you can even bring down the cost, or you can even up it based on the using users and the requirement, things like that. So I think that's mainly the thinking behind it, and that's why Microsoft went on the subscription model, to make it available for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good answer because
Yeah.
this is the new era, right? The subscription basis. When you're taking all around the country, whether it's Autodesk, Microsoft, Adobe, or any other product, all around the world, they are going subscription based because it's a good profit to the customer as well as the vendor. So this is the methods of going. So Nasif, do you want to add regarding anything regarding this?
No. As Pula said, and as you also said, there are many products which is going, subscription based. Not only software based products, but all kind. As I said to you in my previous answer, all kind of business models are converting to subscription model. As one of the key thing is to retain the customers. But if you see, as Microsoft, it's an easy method for us to provide the latest product to the customer, rather than them using the old product and complaining about our product, which is going to be slow, or probably not going to meet the latest needs. But if they're using a
Yeah.
subscription based product, or we are going to give them free, upgrade them and update them
Yeah.
frequently free of charge for the subscription what they're paying for. So yeah, so every business model is changing to subscription, which I think Microsoft also, which Microsoft actually understood this is a business need, and they went on the subscription model.
Okay, thank you, Nasif, for adding the
Yeah.
details regarding this. So, again, I have to tell so that we are selecting few people from the subscriber to my YouTube channel, Malik Tech Guide, and we'll be getting so anyone who asks a good question, we'll be selecting that as well. So, Pulasti and Nasif was willing to give away some of the goodies to our viewers. So moving on, we will be adding so now Microsoft is there, now they have a subscription method. So the next question is Microsoft cloud licensing plan. What are the plans? So this is what we want to know, right?
Yeah. So
Okay, so I let me add into let me comment on that. So we have a couple of different plans in terms of business and like a business model, and we have a separate enterprise model as well.
Okay.
Microsoft recently rebranded the Office 365 to M365 different SKUs. So which
Okay.
goes as M365. So if you have been following on the Office 365 stacks, which
The-
was called Office 365 Business to Office 365 Business Essentials, Office 365 Business Premium, which was
yeah.
converted, rebranded as M365 Business Apps,
Hmm.
M365 Business Basic, and Business Standard. So
Okay.
if I'm going to detail talk about this, what we actually do, I'll not explain different features because it's going to give you different. It's going to be a very long topic. So what I will give you is brief idea. So what we basically do is to understand the customers. What we first basically do is we understand what the customer's need is, whether
Hmm.
he is trying to use just the office applications. So in terms of that, what we do is we give them this SKU called M365 Business Apps. So
Hmm.
which will give them all the office applications which they can download to their local PC into 5 different devices, right?
Hmm.
So when you take, if the customer needs say just the email solutions, or just the services what Microsoft provides, so then they can go with the M365 Business Basic SKU. And then if they
Hmm.
want a both collaborative platform of both collaborations of the office apps and both the services, they can go with M365 Business Standard. So that is the business SKUs of Microsoft 365 stack. Yeah.
Okay. So to add a little more about this, I
Yeah.
think we have uh,
I think. Yeah.
okay, so Microsoft rebranded on 21st of April. That means actually 2 months back. So with this rebranding, Microsoft is also focusing on that means all inclusive in one brand, more than of going to several other brands. So after this, we are moving forward. I think Pulasi had some issues regarding the login. Sorry back. Okay, we will
yeah,
come back
sorry
again.
about that. Even though they
Yeah,
sell all this
no
technology and
problem.
everything, we have to always
No
log
problem,
on
no
to
problem,
home
no
Wi-Fi.
problem at
So
no
sorry about that.
no problem at all. But I think Nasif was explaining a little bit regarding the Microsoft licensing
Yeah.
methods and stuff. So I want to add a little bit because Microsoft rebranded themselves from Office 365. So they were into two categories, but now all are in one category. So we have the approach for basic customers like normal home users to small businesses to
Is it
enterprise
clear
level.
now for you all? Or
Yeah, yeah, it's clear. It's
yeah,
clear. Definitely.
can you all
Right.
clearly hear me? Or
Yeah, yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
we can.
We can hear clear as you are speaking right next to me. No problem in that. Okay. So as I mentioned, so Microsoft is moving forward with home users, small businesses to enterprise level customers. So they have provided more than one or two or more categories regarding these services. So as we move forward, so Microsoft is rebranded. So I think there's a little bit of explanation regarding the rebranding process, Pulasti. Pulasti. Nasif, I think his audio is not working properly. I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Pulasti. Okay. Till we get Pulasti back on the session back. Right. Pulasti, could you hear us? Okay.
He's. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
can you all hear
He's.
me clearly now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
can.
can hear
Sorry
you.
about this all. Yes.
So the question is for Pulasti. If Pulasti
Yeah.
could hear us properly. What is the rebranding of Office 365 to Microsoft 365? Can you explain a little bit?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear you all.
Yeah.
The question, I think, Pulasti, you cannot
Yeah,
hear us
Is.
about the
properly.
rebranding, the whole
Yes.
thing. So sorry about that. So
Okay.
yeah, so the there are popular products in Microsoft had Office 365, the business queues, right? So the name wise, it's Office 365 Business Essentials, Office 365 Business, and Office 365 Business Premium.
Okay.
So what Microsoft have done is they have moved those products into to the name the Microsoft 365. What they did was so they rebranded Office 365 Business Essentials as Microsoft 365 Business Basic, and then Office 365 Business Premium to Microsoft 365 Business Standard, and there's Microsoft even rebranded Office 365 Business to Microsoft 365 Business Apps. So those are the three main name changes that happened during after
The
1st of April. And also there are other products like Microsoft 365 Business Premium. It's one of the champion products also came into the picture with that.
All right. Okay. So I think we have a question from our viewers. I'll pop up the question. You both you can see this. Does Microsoft 365 give us a free Windows 10 installation?
Oh,
Uh,
Pula, do you want to take
so
it?
Pulasti, I think you cannot hear us properly.
Yeah, so I will comment on that. So, does M365 give us free Windows 10 installation? It depends. It's depending on the SKU. So the M365, Microsoft 365 Business Premium has an upgrade of Windows 10. Okay,
Mhm,
so it's basically mostly it's going to be it's like a security upgrade. But
mhm.
when it's the enterprise SKU has an Windows 10 Enterprise the license on it, so if you can get it as a subscription based license, the even the Windows 10.
Okay. So to add regard in this matter, the Microsoft 365
Yeah.
licensing have the upgrade facility for the SMB licensing. So
Yes, the
that means
business
all,
queues that
yeah,
include.
the business queues actually we have the upgrade facility available. But for the Microsoft Windows 10 installation, I think E3 above have the licenses
Exactly.
available.
E3 and E5,
And
yes.
yeah, E3 and E5 have the capability of getting a subscription base for Windows 10. So we have these options when you're moving forward. So I think again, Pulasti vanished again. Sorry for the disturbance because
He has dropped.
yeah, the thing is we have some technical difficulties today here. In some areas we have these technical difficulties. So bear with us. We are here for you to help all the way around. And so I think till Pulasti come back, we can move forward regarding. I think he came back again. Let me see to pop up him again. Okay, Pulasti, can you hear us now?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Great,
Okay.
great.
Oh, sorry about the whole
No, no problem at all because
technical.
the technical. Even I have the technical difficulties today. Today, the power went off for about 30 minutes and came back. Now only it
Yeah,
came back
yeah.
again.
Even in
So we
our
have power.
area, so
Yeah, that is
but
the thing.
continue.
We are
Yeah.
willing to have the digital transformation, but Sri Lanka is not providing the digital transformation for us to do it properly.
Yeah.
Whether we are talking from the ISP to the electricity board, they are not helping us at all, right? So no
But
problem in that.
at least we have the license. Like if you use the cloud license, you can even connect remotely, right? So at
Yeah,
least that option is
definitely.
there.
Yeah, now everyone has a laptop, so we have about 1 hour of
Exactly.
backup all around the world. But the internet connection, that is the most hurtful thing in Sri Lanka. The providers are not supporting us properly. Still, even I have some issues with some of the vendors, and we are moving forward with all these details. Okay, for my next question, I have what are the advantages of cloud versus perpetual? So this is the thing what we have to focus on again. I think Pulasti went off again. Sorry for the disturbance, but he is there with us. We are working this through. So bear with us. I said before there are some technical difficulties today. With these difficulties, we are trying to give you a good solution all around the way. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so just let's see. I hope Pula get back with us. Till that, what I have to comment on what are the advantages of cloud versus perpetual is, yeah, cloud is as we mentioned, cloud is a subscription. I think Pula is here.
Okay.
Hello, Pula.
So
All continue. I'll join them.
yeah, you
Cool,
can
cool.
join. Cool, cool.
So yeah, Pula, what we were talking about is the advantages of cloud versus the perpetual. So what I have to comment about cloud versus perpetual is, as we said, cloud is a subscription model, and then what as a license, as a vendor, as a value added reseller, or as a Microsoft as a vendor, what we can provide is the latest technology and the latest products available in the market, right? If you purchase perpetual products, it's just one time purchase, and then you're not going to get the latest upgrades of the product, right? So but if
Okay.
you're using a cloud product, you're going to have your upgrades, which is, say, you're using the, as you mentioned, next year 2022, we might have the latest office product, right? So if somebody is using, say, 2016 version or 2019 version of office, if they're using the cloud version of this, they're going to get the upgrade of the latest one, the 2022 version of it. But if they have purchased the perpetual one, they're not going to get the upgrade unless they have different licensing model like software assurance. Unless they have that, they're not going to get the latest upgrades. And then the security updates, that is one other key feature. If you're going through the subscription model, what we can provide is that we can provide you the latest security updates and upgrades on the security as well. Pula, do you want to add in anything on that?
Yeah, I need to add a few things actually. So, really good, Nazif. Like you covered all the the technology side, and also we had to think about things like the flexibility the customer has, right? So imagine a customer purchases an on-prem license for a lifetime, right? For a particular user, and that particular user is joining, let's say, for a project which is for a part-time 2 years tenure, and after that client leave, I mean the employee leaves, what are you going to do with that license, right? So if you have that Office 365 or M365, those licenses, there's a flexibility. You can have, you can always add in or remove or do things like that. Okay.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Thanks, Pulav, regarding this question. So we have a question from one of our viewers. So this is a question we have to talk about. Hi guys, good morning. Today we have seen many more duplicate license online sellers, and also they are selling Microsoft 365 one-time license. That's how they market. I would like to know what about your thoughts. So this is one of our viewers' questions. So do you? So what we can do is we have a discussion on this question. So
Yes.
we will go to that point and we'll have this discussion later, I guess. Okay. Right. So the next question is so we have this solution available and all the services available. Next, how do customers approach? So the question goes to what is CSP and the program benefits for the customers, right? Pulasti, to
Yeah,
you.
I think Pula will.
Again freezed off. Pula, the
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
Okay.
This is about the duplicate license.
No,
We're
this is
talking about.
what is CSP and the program benefits what we have on it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. So again, so the like I said, so the flexibility is there, and you have the benefits of have the license even in the monthly billing cycle, right? With on-prem license, you don't have that benefit of doing that. So if a customer thinks that the license price is it's too expensive for like a one-time use or even annual subscription base, you can always go with the monthly billings. And the other the thing about the CSP program is there's no upfront billing or things like in like enterprise agreements. In Microsoft enterprise agreements, you might have to pay for the whole 3 years at a stretch, and upfront. So, but in the CSP program, there's that flexibility, and you have that control over that. And also the other thing is CSP program has the biggest discounts, or the have given enough of discounts and compared to on-prem or even any other programs running by Microsoft. So, for example, let's say M365 Business Basic already have 50% discount, and then M365 Business Standard has 20% discount, which has been going for like past 2 years, I would say. So there are things like that happening. So prices are much less in CS under CSC program, right? And also the control you have over your license. So let's say like you have your own portal, so you can add your users or remove. So this entire thing comes under the CSV program. So I would say you know that gives you all the benefits around it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
So
I just want to add one part of it, Pula. Pula, actually, he mentioned all of it. Just one part, we have no control. We have no restriction of how many licenses you're going to purchase, regardless it's one or X number of licenses. We actually can take in those orders as well. Whereas certain other programs have you have to purchase a minimum quantity license. You have a minimum quantity per. But in terms of CSP program, we don't have that restrictions, regardless what quantity of license you want to purchase through us. We can actually proceed with the order.
okay. So one more questions I have to that means move forward with this. So how can a customer identify the true Microsoft partners, right? So as the question pop-ups earlier, so there are sellers selling online. Now we are talking about subscription base for 1 month, 3 months, and onwards. So some of them are selling. I see, right? I see messages lifetime Microsoft 365 license lifetime, right? That means your grandchild, your grandchild's grandchild can use Microsoft 365. It's the case, right? Lifetime, in the sense that is the method. So I see these things, and so how can a customer be aware of these customers, and when they're moving forward, right? We must have a proper way. So as you, that means you are telling you guys are the cloud solution provider, resellers over here in Sri Lanka. So as a cloud solution provider, so how can you encourage the customer to find the right partner? So is there a method to find the right partner by contacting or visiting some website?
So
Pula,
Again,
are you
Pulasti
there?
went off. I think Pulasti has frozen. This is the ISP system in Sri Lanka. Sorry for the inconvenience. Right. Okay. He's back again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's funny like how people actually think like where cloud license can be purchased for lifetime. that itself it doesn't make sense, right? So
Exactly.
don't ever buy from like a person or even from online store or whatever, if it's not a genuine authorized reseller. So if you are a Microsoft authorized reseller, you have to have that Microsoft authorized reseller, the document, the certificate, or even the MPN ID. As a customer or as a client, you can always question from the person who sell the license to you. Look, can you show me your Microsoft authorized ID or even the certificate? If you have any doubt, you can always reach out to us as the distributor or even the provider and ask whether this particular um, person or this company or this online store, whether it's authorized, if it's registered through us or if it's a Microsoft authorized partner or not. So those are the questions you need to ask. Mali, just imagine like you purchase a license, right? You say you I don't know, you spend about 1,000 rupees for whatever, and you buy this lifetime Office
So
365 or Mind 365 subscription, and you think you are fine, and you started using, and something happens, right?
yeah,
Who is there? So if it's online store, who's there to support you in terms of if there's any issues with the license, or like
yeah,
who's going to take it? Your money is just gone for waste, right? But in
definitely.
that case, right, we have made this license so affordable. You can even if you calculate properly, right? Microsoft 365 Business Basic, you can even purchase if you spend 500 rupees a month, right? Just 500 rupees a month. You can have this license installed into your PC, which has Microsoft Teams, Office applications online, SharePoint, OneDrive, all this stuff. So why do you have to spend that 1,000 rupees and and say, look, I have this lifestyle, which is not. It's a lie. So don't ever
Go
try
for
to
it.
buy
Go for
from
it.
these
Yeah.
people. So always reach out to us, check
Yeah.
with us, and go with the proper channels.
Okay. So
And
we
then
have a
I
question.
just want to add in a bit on that. A little bit of. Sorry,
Okay, no
Malik,
problem, Nasif.
for
No
this.
problem, no problem.
Yeah.
We have
So
time. We are here. Yeah, because we
yeah.
are here to encourage people regarding this licensing methods. So
Exactly.
if you have to
So
add
what I
that,
want to. Yeah. So what I
yeah,
want to
no
add
problem.
was. Uh, you know, anyone who's going to say you're purchasing this duplicate license or one time, as Malik said, so-called one time M365 licenses or O365 licenses, who is going to purchase this are going to have a quick, are going to go research on the website, go surf and see on this, right? Anybody's going to
Yeah,
surf and see what are the features available on it. So when any, as a basic human, like how we understand, when we go and see, it's clearly mentioned the subscription. It's a monthly subscription, or monthly subscription, annual commitment. And then after seeing all of this, when you go and purchase this so-called one-time M365 license or 365 licenses, you are clearly fooled, right? You are,
yes,
any human being can understand this. It's subscription based. Microsoft as a vendor, as a principal, is providing this as subscription, but how are these people going to provide this subscription as a perpetual licenses? That's other
yes,
problem. So as a
yeah,
basic human understanding, if you think of it, you're being fooled. So don't
yeah.
be fooled for all these duplicate licenses.
A good answer actually, because people doesn't know that. That's right. Because of these reasons only, I try to bring these technologies and regarding these
That's yes,
details to the people, right? People doesn't understand what's a subscription and what is a perpetual license, what we have
exactly.
over
And the
here,
word
right?
subscription, the word
Yeah.
subscription.
Okay. So and we have a
Yeah,
question. I think it's out of the scope, but we can answer
It's
any
funny
question.
how people think you can even like sell it and get away with these kind of things.
exactly.
I
I don't
mean,
know how
Yeah,
they do
of
it.
definitely.
course, there's a law
We
in the
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
And
Pulasti, we will get to that little bit later, because we this is we cannot speak within 1 to 2 minutes. We have to go in depth regarding this matter, Pulasti.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, give it a minute. We will discuss, because as per schedule we will discuss regarding these details, because this has to be a keynote, because people are being fooled all around the world. And in Sri Lanka now it has gone much. That means I have seen thousands of customers telling, I bought this, I have activated, thank you very much, but they don't know what is the back end in this. So I have some insights, as well as you guys are the CSPs in Sri Lanka, you have some insights, so we can provide more. So we have a question, but this is out of the scope, but we are trying to answer every question what our viewers are giving. So one Tisula Senath Dasanayak is asking, what are the main benefits of cloud computing? Now, for example, I think I would like to answer this, Pulasti and Nasif. Is it okay with you?
Yeah,
So
no
the
of
problem.
cloud
course, go
Go
compute,
ahead.
ahead. Yeah.
yeah. When we take 10 years back, normally when you are talking computing or to test something, we take about hours of assembling a PC and buying thousands of dollars of hardware. If in Sri Lanka, if you say thousands of rupees, if you want to buy a basic server, it will cost about 150,000. The license is costing about another 100,000. So all this cost is going about, let's say, about 250 to 350,000 to test, sometimes maybe 7 days worth of work. But with the cloud computing, what we have is we have all these things for a subscription based model. Or you have, what we say is in cloud computing, we have pay as you go service, or monthly or hourly. So whatever the needs you need, you can buy it and use it. So whenever you use it only for your advantages, then you can move it away from the others. So you don't have like Pulasti explained regarding opex and capex. So these things apply when you're doing this, right? So we don't have a expense on the capital. That means, or that means, if you buy a server for testing for 7 days, that server is a side. If you don't get a testing for another 2 years, that 350,000 rupees stay on a pile of dust for another 2 to 3 years till testing. At that time, there are new technologies available. Now the evolving technologies are going within months, not years. Earlier it was only they're releasing only once every 1.5 years or 2 years. Now it's once every 3 months there are new releases. This is the world upgradation. But with cloud computing, you have this whole upgrade, whether it's the operating system, whether it's the hardware, whether it's the technology. All these technologies, there are providers like uh, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and there are other services as well. So all these companies get together and providing technologies to have a easy way of moving forward. So when you're talking about Microsoft, we have Microsoft Azure and Microsoft 365 as a service for you to work with. We have platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and software as a service, and many more, right? And the same person have a question. I think this one Nasif could answer. He's good in this. Can you tell me the benefits of using Microsoft Teams compared to other apps like Zoom or Webex?
All right. For me, I can it's a easy answer, but then if you all have properly used Zoom or Teams or Webex, you can easily understand what the difference is. One of the main benefits of using Teams is security. If you compare to Zoom, Webex, all these other third-party applications, using Teams is one of the secure methods, secure platforms to communicate, collaborate. And then Teams is just not a application where you communicate with people, right? Whereas other applications, whatever is mentioned, Zoom, Webex, is just applications where you can connect and talk to people. But Teams is not only that. It's a very I would say it's a very in-depth topic when if you're going to talk about Teams. Because
Definitely.
Teams have I know that you have another session coming up on Teams.
Yeah,
If
on
the
Sunday.
exactly. So if you're going to
Okay.
follow that, you will understand what basically what Teams can do. It has features like one of the main feature is communicating, audio conference, video conference, and then we have screen sharing, and then other features I would say is you can do co-authoring, multiple people work at the same time. Bring all your colleagues in one place when you're working.
Yeah,
It's
definitely,
just
definitely.
made work from anywhere life easier. That's what I would say. What Teams is
Yeah,
basically.
I think the right word I think you were going around is collaboration, right?
Exactly. So yeah,
So the right word for simple method collaborate. This is one of the best collaboration tools available. So I think this is what we move through. So we have a question. Okay. So we have a question. How much storage does these products provide? I think regarding Microsoft 365, this question comes. So
yeah. So,
Pulasti and Nasif, could you answer a little bit about this?
okay. Pula, there. Okay, let me take it. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what Microsoft provides is in terms of email. What Microsoft provides is a 50 GB mailbox per user. Okay, in
Okay.
terms of emails, but
Mm-hmm.
as well as we provide for each user 1 TB of cloud storage. Say there
Yeah.
is 10 users in your organization, you're going to have 10 TB of cloud storage. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
amount of storage what Microsoft provides per user for the small subscription you're paying. So this is
Yeah.
actually subscription. These are the
Yeah.
advantages of subscription.
And
Yeah.
I have to add a little bit more regarding the
Yeah.
fake license guys. They are telling they are getting 5 TB, right? 5 TB is
Oh,
not
okay.
it's not a possibility. I think it has to be. That means you can have 5 TB, but you have to pay a little bit more extra regarding these matters.
Exactly. Yes.
But
Yes.
they are promoting this. So as we know these things happen, and we cannot I think we as a community, Microsoft is a community here in Sri Lanka working closely together. I don't think any cloud solution provider has a base company in Sri Lanka, or that means we have the territory of Sri Lanka and Maldives. So I think only company over here, I think even when you take example like Google, Amazon, or any other products, they don't have a base company over here in helping. Now for my viewers, I have to explain regarding this. I have explained all through my sessions. Microsoft here is helping directly. You have Microsoft Sri Lanka, you have distributors like Trident Corporation, then we have authorized partners. So those are partners for you. They are always there for you. That means we're giving you the right product. We have technique, that means certified technicians, sales professionals all around the world. That means highly qualified professionals are there with the Microsoft partners, as well as now when you're taking Trident Corporation, there are more than, I think, more than 100 employees available over there at your disposal to help you guys. Even in Microsoft, we have more than 100 over here in Sri Lanka. So they are here to help you regarding any solution, whether it's cloud, whether it's client, whether it's security. All these three clients are inside here in Sri Lanka. So we have the support. So if you need any support, I will later on put my email address and email address of Pulasti and Nasif as well. So you can contact us directly through email or through our mobile numbers. So contact us. We are there to help. That means we are able to connect you through Microsoft from here, Sri Lanka. So moving forward, we have another question from one of our viewers. Hi guys, good morning. Today, sorry, not that one. All right, sorry, I'm popping up the same question. Sorry, little bit. Okay. We have a question. So, how do we ensure that if the hardware and software I run today is compatible with Microsoft 365 Business Premium? Because some still companies have Windows 7, 8.1, and Windows 10. So, you can
Yeah,
collaborate
Okay.
and give an answer.
yeah. I mean, I have this is sort of a simple answer because Windows 7 it's end of support, so I think you need to have a genuine license which is after Windows 7, right? So I think that's probably the only compatibility as such. I mean, those are the that's a basic, I would say. I mean, other than that, maybe Nasif should be able to add if there's anything.
Yeah, so that was the question for M365 Business Premium, right? Is that
Yeah,
was that the question? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Microsoft Business Premium.
as is okay, so in terms of compatibility, you can always go and check online Microsoft websites. What are the compatible features, like what are the compatible operating systems you need to match all these solutions. But Microsoft 365 Business Premium is a cloud product, so you don't need basically all compatible. All these products are not going. You don't need to be installed in your computer. It's just the Office application you will need, which is the compatibility. Other than that, all other products are on cloud. So you're going to access your your OneDrive. It's going to be on a cloud. You're going to access just the application. You can have it on your mobile device, or your laptop. It's just a small application you're going to run. So in terms of compatibility, if you're going to check, you always can go and surf all the Microsoft websites, or just search and see the compatible requirements for all these applications. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Nasif, again. So moving forward, we were a little bit out of the scope because of the questions with the viewers. It's good for us. Yeah, and
Yes.
so moving forward, we talked about like licensing categories and channels and methods, right? So let's say I have a question. What are the license categories and channels? Can you explain little regarding this? Now, when I'm asking regarding this, that means when it takes to customers, we have education sector over here, we have small business startups and small users like me. Let's say I'm a small user, right? Not in size, but I'm a single own
but in
income
money,
kind.
big
No,
in
no,
money.
no, not big in money, right? So this this is an open world. You can do anything, right?
Yeah, true,
Okay.
true.
So okay. So when it takes to customers, now we see a good digital transformation here in Sri Lanka. That means the education system is going to, I think, Microsoft licensing A1, right? It is provided
Yes,
free of charge to the education sector, and I think my education department works directly with Microsoft regarding this matter. And we have a promotion, I think, for E1 for small businesses with a commitment of moving forward. That means according to the pandemic
exactly.
situation. So with
Yes,
this
yes.
pandemic
Yeah,
situation, can you little bit explain regarding?
there's a six
Yes.
months uh, free program going for 1 year. I mean,
Yeah. So as you mentioned, Malit, we have in terms of
yeah.
categories. We as a CSP,
I think, like you said,
like,
Okay, Pula, you
yeah,
can
Fulla,
continue.
go ahead. No problem.
sorry, Nasif, you can go
No
ahead.
problem. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, no, no. So as Nicola mentioned, so like on-premise licenses, the cloud license doesn't have major license categories like government, education. There is, but there's no any specific any price difference or things like that. So the major difference I would say is the corporate and the education category. The education category you have. M3, O365 A1, A3, and A5. So A1 is pretty similar to the M365 Business Basic. So if you are a registered institute under Sri Lankan government or Maldives government, you will be able to receive free license for the students, right? So it's free license for the students, but for the faculties, I mean the faculty members, you all have to purchase. But the students it will be free of charge. And of course, there's A3 and A5 is there. And like Malik mentioned about the whole because of the pandemic, so what are the steps we have taken in terms of the giving license and things like. So we have two programs running for Microsoft 365 Business Basic and Office 365 E1. What we did was we actually eventually gave the 6 months free trial just to get just to help our partners, our customers to get going because they'll be struggling with how to collaboration stuff or even the productivity stuff. So what we did was we helped them had these licenses set up, and we even provided like free Microsoft Teams trainings and things like that. So and now currently the program is I think that's also till 30th June, if I'm not mistaken. The program is running. It is 6 months free trial, but with a 1 year commitment, right? So you still have time. You can
Okay. Yeah, we have time. I think, as Pulasti was mentioning, till June 30th, you have these facilities available with, because Microsoft year end is on June 30th. So moving forward, right, we have these services. So you can contact directly through. You can search for Trident Corporation or Microsoft Sri Lanka. You have the direct numbers available. So you can contact Pulasti or Nasif. They are always there in your disposable. And I think you have two nice coordinators as well, Ushani and Akila. You have to thank them as well. They are doing a good work in collaborating and coordinating with the customers. They also that means when we work, they are good in communication. So you have to give a shout out to them as well in this team. So that what makes a team, the collaboration part, right? So as Pulasti mentioned, because of this pandemic situation, the connectivity was an issue, right? You can see hashtag working from home, like let's say WFH. I think that was the hashtag was going all around the world, right? This was capable. That means I think more than millions of users started using Microsoft Teams in the collaboration part. So with this facility of E1 license, it was very good for small businesses to come up. I think in Sri Lanka also we deployed about more than hundreds of licenses, I guess. I can't get the right number properly. I think more than hundreds. So this was the capability what Microsoft was helping in the subscription world. Still, they are helping. We are moving forward. They are giving discounts. This is to enable you to get in back in your feet. With this pandemic situation, it was hard on everyone, from the small worker to all the companies to large enterprises. So all these possibilities are there when you're moving forward. I actually convinced one customer who is having a small supermarket to use Microsoft Teams. They were using free Microsoft Teams, so I convinced them to use that. So a supermarket was using Microsoft Teams to collaborate with. That means he has three branches, so he started collaborating through Microsoft Teams. They used the free version for a time. Then after that, I convinced them to go with the E1 license. I think Pulasti is thinking whether I contacted him regarding this. No, I didn't contact him regarding this. But
That is the
you should give
that is the
me
other
all of
problem. Yeah.
yeah, that is the other part, right? We're moving forward. That this is what we do, right? So now we have these channels available. We have this
I
system
mean, the
available.
small thing, Malit,
Yes,
I want to mention, like, even Microsoft during this pandemic or the crisis situation, whatever you call it, Microsoft never wanted to get money out of make money out of it, right? What
definitely,
they did was
definitely,
they made everything free and make it very reachable to each and every client. I mean, I was actually like sort of surprised, like, to when I first got the communication from Microsoft Sri Lanka saying we are going to make the Microsoft Business Basic 6 months free and even 6 months free. I'm like, 6 months free, that's like not like all other, there are some other like top vendors have given only like 1 month, or even they started charging, taking credit card details or things like that. But this is just purely like, it's free
yeah,
of charge 6 months, and if you don't want the license, you can just discontinue it. I mean,
yeah.
that's,
I
don't
think
you think that's
you
like
got a yeah. I think you got a normal heart attack or something like that because your target is off the charts,
yeah,
right?
I even get like goosebumps still talking about, like, us. It's actually unbelievable as a multinational, like a global company, to do that. And
Yeah,
so
because
that helped us. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
when it talk to licensing, that part is one of the best method, and Microsoft holds one of the best examples of this pandemic situation, because they even paid the salary of the normal general workers. The let's say the car park, when the valet was also paid their whole salary, right? This was an example what Microsoft paid. That means whatever we are spending, not like 1,000 rupees on a lifetime perpetual license. These are fake licenses. These are pirates, right? They are selling fake licenses to gain your money, not gain advantage to you. You are thinking you're getting an advantage of buying this license, but no, they are only getting the advantages. After 3 5 months, they will change the vendor name and they will go off, and you cannot get back. But Microsoft partner here, we have a physical location. Microsoft Sri Lanka is located on Access Tower 2, and I think Trident Corporation is just around the
Right
corner.
opposite. Right
Yeah,
opposite,
just
I
around.
think.
Yeah, just a shout away, right? I think
Yeah.
Microsoft people, Pulasti will go out and say Microsoft, they will come down like that. Even the
Yes.
same way around, right? A
Yeah.
shout away, actually. This is what Microsoft collaboration is. So these vendors who are selling for 1,500 or 1,000 rupees, 975, when you go to websites like Daras, Facebook, even Instagram, you get a pop-up that means you have licenses for 1,990, Windows 10 and Office 2019, right? As I did a session with Danusha Ranchigoda, one of your colleagues in Trident
Yeah.
Corporation. I said to create start menu, they have spent more than $200, but these buggers are selling it for $10. It's not a possibility. So think about the
Exactly.
possibility, and whatever you are paying, whatever you are working with, this helps around because Microsoft is spending $1 billion of money for their security purpose only. That means they have a green team and they have a red team and they have scavengers and stuff. So these people are spending billions of dollars for the security part even, right? When you're talking about Microsoft 365, it's in cloud. But whatever you do, your data is secured. This secure is spent in billions, not in just hundred of thousands or like that, but billions of dollars has been spent for the security purpose, not the other around. That means others are also spent for the UI and the user comfortability and stuff. That is different. But for only security, Microsoft spent more than $1 billion. So think about that when you're buying a product. You're not only buying a product, you're helping all around. The Microsoft partner, Microsoft distributor, Microsoft, and thousands of employees are there all around the world. So all these things, when you buy the genuine product, it's covered. Even I'm telling, when you're buying a video game or another software, these are developers, that means sleepless developers who are working day and night to give you a good solution. So they are getting paid. So the vendor must get something from this. So when you're buying the product, this is covered. So make sure you're helping all around the world. That means whatever you're doing, whether you're spending $1 or whether you're spending $1,000, everything is spent properly when you're doing a right thing. So I think I little went off this topic because I want to
No,
explain
no, it's
regarding
it's
the.
it's good, Malika. You
It's
have to address these stuff. People needs to know, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not a. I mean, don't take it simply. Like it's
Yes.
more probably like
Because
your business depends on your license, or if it's a,
definitely.
if you're a student, like you be probably doing your assignments and projects, things like that. What if something
Yeah,
happens to
definitely.
the license and
Yes.
things like that? So
Okay.
who's
So
gonna
now,
take care of it?
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now, as we were speaking about this cloud licensing, now the next thing, how does a customer approach? What is the procedure of a customer to purchase? Can you little bit explain regarding this?
Yeah, so when you say there's only two ways you can purchase Malik. So one is you can directly purchase it from the Microsoft Store, right?
Okay.
There's online website. You can go and purchase it. You can even buy monthly or yearly. And the
Oh,
other ways buy it through a reseller or even the CSP a direct provider.
okay. And again, we got Nasif. Can you
Uh,
continue regarding this?
yeah.
I
So
think Pula is
so
there.
those are the two options here. Nasif, you want to add
Okay.
into anything on that?
No. So the main thing is beware of the fake licenses. That's what I would say. And then the fake people who is selling this.
Yes.
One of the key, as Pula said, there are two main methods. One is purchasing through the Microsoft websites or Microsoft Store, and then the other is finding the right partner to your as a reseller to yourself. So there are multiple authorized resellers. So when all these people are there, don't go for the fake ones. Just make sure that you purchase from the right vendor, right licenses, Is it direct? Like, are you getting the emails? Are you getting the licenses through the direct Microsoft itself? Because you don't get all these subscription based licenses on a piece of box nowadays. It's all cloud based. It's all, you get an email, you get the key online. It's all online based, right? It's all digitalized.
Definitely.
No box, nothing. So make sure that if somebody's going to giving you saying that we are giving you M365 on a box, don't go for it. So yeah,
Yes,
make
definitely.
sure that you have the right vendor, and go for it. There are
Yeah.
multiple methods of reaching to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So we have Trident Corporation and many other partners available here in Sri Lanka. So try to
Yes.
find the right one. So they have the authority of giving a certification that they are the authorized resellers or the authorized partner.
Yes. Yes. We do.
So, and as Nasif explained, the license are not coming from any other email or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, or let's say for example Instagram. These methods are not available, but the license are directly coming through Microsoft itself. So they have a portal differently for these Microsoft licenses
Exactly.
and stuff. So they are the ones who are providing directly. So we have the knowledge regarding of getting your license properly. So even whatever, when you're buying from Trident, also Trident is only a transaction end, but Trident is connecting you to Microsoft. So Microsoft then directly mails you regarding the licensing and how to activate and stuff. These instructions are given to you directly through Microsoft, not by any other thing. So the vendors who are selling for 1990 rupees, they are sending in Messenger. These keys has been scavenged by some country large companies. So these keys has been that means, let's say, in Sri Lankan word, what to say, pannala gatteva, right? So කවුරු හරි ගෙම්බෙක් ඇතුළේ ඉන්න එකෙක් විකනපු ඒවා තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒකින්ද don't buy this stuff, right? There are malls in every company in the world, even in Sri Lanka. I don't think in Trident Corporation or Microsoft we have malls, but I guess there are some others in this other industries, right? This is a joke. I have to give a joke because otherwise we don't have this session going on, right? Okay, thanks for the viewers, and we will move forward regarding these questions. Give me a minute. I think I have another questions. So now our main topic, right? I post this for a long time. I want to give this question for you, right? We are talking more and more of this question, and I'll pop up this question: duplicate licenses and what are the drawbacks, right? We were giving some details here and there, but now let's just focus on this duplicate licenses and talk about it. Pulasti, as you mentioned, you can buy for 1 month, 2 months, or 1 year, but these sellers are selling for 975 rupees. You were talking about 500 rupees per month. These are selling for 975 rupees, lifetime subscription plus 5 TB of storages. So, do you have anything to tell regarding this? Are you the guys who were selling this, or
I mean, like I said, Malik, it's laughable. It's a joke, like for people to even advertise it like that. They can't. If Microsoft hasn't released a product like that, a cloud license can only be even a subscription, and it can't be a lifetime. So how can a person sell it and saying, okay, this is we are going to give it for lifetime? Like, are you the person who actually build this
doing
product?
this?
No, right?
Yes,
So obviously it's a lie. Don't purchase from them. I guarantee there are cases, people have come back after 1 or 2 months, say, look, it's stopped working, or it stopped supporting. I mean, your whole, like I said before, that your business or your whole life probably depends on these licenses. So don't ever
definitely.
purchase counterfeit products or even these online person. Always use the proper channel. So
Yeah, definitely.
like I said, there's a law in this country, and nobody's above the law. So people gonna start questioning about it, and one day hopefully we should be able to get them and point it out, saying, look, you have been selling the duplicate license and things like that.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Pulasti. This is a good and this is a emerging question, right? So, Nasif, do you have want to add anything regarding this matter?
I think we've been talking a lot on this throughout the whole session today. Yeah. So whatever we spoke is what I would sum up. I would basically say is that don't be fooled for these duplicate licenses. Make sure that you purchase the right one, because if it's a subscription, it is a subscription. It is not one-time purchase. If it's a cloud
Okay.
product, it's obviously it's a subscription. So don't be fooled. That's what I would say.
Okay. Okay. Now, for the viewers, I wrote a blog regarding this matter. So, how these people get these licenses and how they sell it. So, I have shared my link regarding my website called malitechguide.com. So, I have shared my link in YouTube as well as in Facebook regarding this. So, you can read regarding this how they get these licenses and move forward. Right. I think we will wait for Pulasti and little bit discuss regarding this matter. This is a global situation. Still, in here in Sri Lanka, there are more than 10 vendors. 10 to 20 vendors are there who are selling fake licenses. So, as we said before, subscription is a base that you buy for 1 month or a year or 3 years, right? The number of years it differs, and you get a discount for the number of years, but you cannot buy a subscription for a lifetime. It's not a perpetual license or a standalone license. So remember that when you're buying the product, right? So we have a question from a viewer from us. We have a question from Sairuli Yanage. How to use Microsoft 365 on mobile device securely? Right. To answer this, I'll add up some things, and I think Nasif and Pulasti can continue. Microsoft is providing official applications to all the platforms available. I think the main platforms are Android and iOS. Everything is available from iPad to all the devices compatible is there. The applications are most secured, connected to the Microsoft secure lines. So whatever your data is using, the connection between the cloud and your data has been secured on the way. But Microsoft does not support user errors like easy passwords, sharing your passwords, and keeping unlocked devices all around. So Microsoft is not supporting those things because Microsoft don't have sixth sense on sharing those things. But rather than that, Microsoft helps you with multi-factor authentication. Let's say you can have more than one authentication methods of securing your data. So all these things are provided, but Microsoft does not support human errors. Rather than that, all the data, even when you're sending the emails are secured line. It goes through Microsoft 365 server to the user. So all these emails are not going to the spam. They are going directly because it's secure and encrypted all the way. The basic encryptions are there. Then you can have the paid encryption methods, and all these stuffs are there. As I mentioned, multi-factor authentication. And moving forward, all these applications are available for you to download. Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, you can name it. I think more than 100 of applications are available inside Microsoft Corporation. uh, so do you want to add anything, Nasif? I think I add most of the things.
I think you covered everything. But I was having in the back of my mind,
You
one by one
covered
you were
pretty much
speaking.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
Same
yeah,
here.
all the
Yeah.
applications, everything is
Yeah.
available. It's as he mentioned, it's the the connection is secured, and then multi-factor authentication, and then multiple applications. For each and every product you want to use, be it the Office application, be it the OneDrive, be it whatever the be it the Teams, Power BI, whatever the application you want to use. You can, regardless you're using an Android device or a Apple device, you can actually download all these applications to your mobile devices, and
Definitely.
you can actually use safely. So pretty much Malik covered everything. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, I'm into devices and Windows, so because of that, I know a little bit more than you guys.
Yeah.
So, and we have a good question actually. Uh, One of the best questions. How can we complain about this fake licensing? So I will put email addresses of our email addresses. Contact us directly. We will help you support and connect Microsoft with you regarding these matters. So Udayatha Sankalpana, sorry for misspelling your name if I did so. Sankalpana, we can help you directly email us. So I'll be providing my email address and Nasif email address as well. So you can contact us directly regarding any matter. We can help you in connecting with Microsoft regarding complaining regarding this Microsoft fake licenses. So
Fake
I
list.
would
Yes.
love to hear if there are fake license sellers. I would love to hear. I would love to help the customers to get genuine licenses. That is what we are doing over here, right? Am I right, Nasif? Because we are here
Yeah,
to help you.
obviously.
Because fake people are there in the real life as well as in cloud, right? Now we have now we have fake resellers and we have fake friends. Both are the same. They all give us, that means all leave us at a not a good type, right?
At the hard point. Yes, yes, true.
At the hard point, the fake friends are never there, but the true friends like Microsoft is always there whenever you need. Whether you need help on the product, we have end-to-end support from Microsoft. We have experts here. Then in Trident Corporation, we have experts. We are experts somewhat. We are thinking we are experts,
Yeah.
so we are
So
we are there to help.
obviously, right? We
Uh,
know we've been in the business. We can help you somewhat better, somewhat to a certain extent. We obviously can help you all.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Pulasti, the question was one of the customers want to know how can we complain about this fake licensing.
Yeah.
So I would like Sankalpan, if you could mail us the details. I have put my email address regarding this. So mail us. So I would like to connect you through Microsoft, and we are there to help you to make the right choice in your products and move forward. So now we were talking about education sector and all the other sectors around. Now let's talk about developers. What are there for developers? That means we have new companies, right? Even I have some friends who are starting developing companies, small companies with 1 or 2 people. So what is there? That means whether they can have a benefit from Microsoft, and as you are the CSP, what you can provide them. Can you little
Okay.
bit explain regarding this, Pulasti and Nasif?
Yeah. Pula, do you want to take it or?
Pula is in a trance actually right now. So
Okay.
this is
So uh,
yeah,
No,
let me go. Yeah.
I think I'll start from
Yeah.
something so we don't consider them as small developers or likewise. We don't have any sort of labels for them. We consider everyone as ISVs, independent software vendors, right? Even very large organizations, I don't want to name, to even very the small scale one person developer company. We consider them as ISVs, independent software vendor. So with that category, we have a lot of licensing models running in. Even the programs like P2P, partner to partner programs. I think Nasif would be able to give probably a proper view on the how are we doing on the Azure side. How are
Yeah.
we doing the licensing on the Azure side for especially for these ISVs in the locally and even globally.
Yeah. So yeah, as Pula was saying, we don't segregate this as a segregate them as a small developer or high end developers or yeah, depending on the organization size. No, what we basically categorize them as an ISV, independent software vendor. So regardless they are a one man development company or if there's 100 employees, still it's the same for us. We treat them as same. And then one of the main methods how as Microsoft, how as a vendor how we can help all these developers is if you're a developer, there's a lot of testing being happening, right? For your application, whatever you develop, there's a lot of testings being developed. So if you're trying to say you have an on-prem setup for this, you want to build up, you're going to have a server, you need to have your license for it. All this, it's as Malit mentioned in the pre as when in the beginning itself, it's a huge cost. But say if you want to on the spot, say you're doing developments, if you want on the spot to do any developments, what you actually can do is go to Microsoft Azure, right? Go to Azure, put up your VMs on right there, then and there, and then put your application into this, and then do testings, right? It's easy as that. And then you don't need to you don't need to wait for all your hardware products to be delivered to your location, or you have your licenses delivered. No, it's easy to just go and subscribe for just go and subscribe for Azure and then start developing. And then in terms of ISVs, as Pula mentioned, we have low end small ISV vendors to one of the top ISV vendors in Sri Lanka working with us, like multiple top vendors working with us. We are really happy to say that as Trident CSP starting only last year, but we are working with some of the top vendors in Sri Lanka in terms of the ISV program. So yeah, if you are a developer, you can always reach out to us in terms of even if you have any development problems. We have MVPs working with us who could help you all in terms of all these issues you have, and then structuring your restructuring your application. All these things we can actually help you all in terms of that. Yeah. Nicola, I think your mic is
Oh,
just
sorry.
pull your mic.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Nasif and Pulasthi, because because we have developers, as I said before, we have small developers. The ones who are small are the ones who are growing. Actually, these are
Exactly,
the
exactly.
future of businesses and moving forward, right? And we have another question available. So you were talking about Azure subscription, right? So we talked about the ISV. So can you a little bit explain that? Means as a CSP, what are the capabilities of going into Azure subscription through a CSP directly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, Nasif, I think you can touch base
Yeah.
on the area. Yeah.
So as a CSP vendor, how you can subscribe with us is it's again the same mechanism. It's a channel procedure. You can contact our partner, or you can actually directly contact us, which we will connect you with one of our partners. And then
Hmm.
there are multiple licensing. In terms of licensing, it's when if you want to connect to us, that's the only mechanism. One is contacting us or contacting one of our partners. But in terms of licensing, we have different methods of licensing for the Azure base. We have something called pay as you go. We have something called reserve instance. It differs according to your needs. Say you are a developer who doesn't know your ideal spec, or how much of storage you're going to use, what is the VM you're going to use. It's going to upgrade. What kind of SQL server you're going to use. All these things, if you don't know, what you can actually do is subscribe for something called pay as you go. It is like if I want to give you a quick idea what pay as you go is, it's like owning your electricity. Say your light. It's just whenever you on your switch, only you will be charged. So pay as you go is something like only whenever you use, you will be charged. So if it's off, it's off. You're not going to be charged for that. So when only when you require a certain service from Azure, you can actually go ahead and activate it and start using that service, which you will be charged for it. But there's something called reserve instance, which is somewhere around 62% discount for the first year, which that is a reserve instance licensing model. But to use a reserve instance model, you will actually need to know what your specification is, what your VM is, what your what kind of specification are you going to use. Only then we can have a reserved instance for you, so that you can have your application posted on that and start running your application, which is going to be cheap for you all. Yeah. So those are the one or two main licensing models we have. And then we have 1 year in terms of reserve instance. We have 1 year reserve instance, and we have something called 3 year reserve instance, which is a much discounted version of the reserve instance category. Yeah.
Okay.
Something to add, Nazif.
Yeah.
In reserve instance, I think it's ideal for developers or ISVs who are running projects. Like let's say if you're running a project for 1 year or the time of 3 years, if you know your exact workload and if you know how much you can actually use for this particular project, you should actually go with the reserve instance because it saves a lot of money from you. Because the pay as you go, also it's very flexible. I know you pay monthly for what you have used, what you have consumed. But in reserve instance ways, it for the particular project, you know what your workload is, and you can pay for the whole year, and with of course about 40 to 60% discount of that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pulasti and Nasif. So I have to show something regarding this matter as well. So this is one of the posts that we have available. I think it's not clear a little bit. Let me show. Right. Okay. So you get Office 365 Professional Plus account for Mac PC and Mac for 1,000 rupees. I think this is not a possibility. So be aware of this fake sellers actually. This is a that means now I was surfing in Facebook while I was having this discussion. So this is a paid advertisement they are doing. I don't think that they are doing this a proper way, and they are telling fake news as well. They are telling that sellers are copying them, right, as if they're selling the right thing. Right, it's not the right thing at the moment. So they are telling like they're doing a good work, they're telling don't copy us, we are doing the good work. So they are also not doing the good work actually. That is the moving forward answer, guys. So beware of
Yeah.
these users and moving forward. So I think we covered most of the details regarding this cloud solution thing, and we got good questions regarding this matter as well. So I think we covered most of the things. So before, I think it's time for us to close this session and give a closing note. We will wait for Pulasti and we can give a short
Yeah.
answer. Till that, Nasif, what are your thoughts in this matters and regarding these sessions?
You know what? This is, as I said in the beginning itself, it's a really good initiative. For the customers, even our partners maybe might be watching this. Who's watching this? You know, it's a really good initiative. I see a lot of questions coming up. You know, there's a lot of new people talking about asking questions. You know, it's really nice to see people actually following this and
Yeah,
getting understand on how what the products are. Yeah, Pula
definitely.
is here. Uh,
Okay, yes, Pulasti,
Thank you
we were
again.
talking. That means we are now having a closing statement regarding the session and the
Yes,
impact. Because today I saw a lot of new questions, new users are coming together to
exactly.
us, getting to know about the
Yeah,
technology. This is the thing what I expected when I started this session, Tech Talk with Malit. So this is what I want. I want people to have this knowledge regarding whatever the things we move forward with. And I think this is one message from one of our viewers. Actually, you know her well, always by
yeah,
genuine from Akila Veera. Sorry, I can't spell it properly.
that's
Vera
Vera
Shabaka.
Bansal.
Bansa.
Right. So Akila, as you said, always buy genuine. So I have a motto: always buy genuine and be genuine. Whether you buy a product, buy the genuine product, because whether we are buying a headset, a software, or whatever, even a car. So if you don't buy the right product, you will be losing a lot of money to repair it. That is what software does as well. If you buy the fake software, your computer will be not properly secure, because some of the keys can be binded with fake licenses, cybersecurity threats. These are there. So as I mentioned before, we are having some cybersecurity experts coming to you live next month. So we'll be keeping posted in these sessions. And once again, I have to thank Pulasti and Nasif for coming for this session. So now this is the time to select who is the winners for the day. So we had some good questions. So after analyzing, I think one of the questions, I think he made a two-part question, was Kosala Randika. Kosala Randika. So he was asking about Microsoft 365 and the compatibility of Microsoft Business Premium. So this was one of the best questions what we got. So you are getting one of the gifts. So you make sure I have mentioned my email address, sales@entechlearning.com. Send me your contact details. We will make sure you get the product within the next few weeks. So because of this pandemic situation, still the delivery is a little bit late, but we will make sure you get the gift. And for the subscriber, I will mention them because still the data has not been updated who subscribed today. So I'll be updating my details on my Facebook page, Malik Tech Guide. So we will share the details, and I'll contact you directly through Messenger or through YouTube messages to send your details, and we will move forward. I think Pulasthi and Nasif will be able to send some goodies. I think Microsoft endorsed goods, I guess. Uh,
Hopefully.
Hopefully, Microsoft or Trident endorsed gifts will be provided to you within the next few weeks. So, once again, thank you guys for this session, and thank you, my viewers, and we will be having a good new session. Let me show you that detail as well. We will be having another session on Sunday. This is an exclusive session for Microsoft Teams. So we will be focusing on Microsoft Team technologies and all the stuff. And I have to apologize my viewers for we had some interference with the ISP solutions what we had. We had some signal issues. My video and Pulasti had some, again Pulasti went off. So this is an example of our internet service providers. So we were moving forward whatever the difficulties what we had. So let me show you the screen regarding our next session. Give me a moment. Right. Okay. So let me share the screen properly so we can understand who is coming to us. So we will be having, let me see, give me a moment. Still, sorry for the technical difficulties what we have today. Pulasti, give me a minute. I'm sharing the screen of the. Sorry for the inconvenience.
That's okay.
Because we have to apologize because this is not one of our errors. This is because of the internet service providers in Sri Lanka are properly giving resources to us.
Yeah.
So we are
Yeah.
here
It's I
always
think
to
it's
help
time
you
to
guys.
change my provider as well. I won't name the provider, but I think it's time to change.
It's time to change because it has to be changed as well as I'm telling these things. Give me a moment so we could send our message. Yeah, right. We have our link. Okay. So we have a visitor who is all the way from Microsoft itself. So we'll be conducting this collaboration through Microsoft Teams. Yeah. So so we will be having Herdian for us. He's a Microsoft specialist in Microsoft Teams. So he will be joining us all the way from Microsoft Australia. So join us for this session. You can ask any questions directly from him. You can get to know more about Microsoft Teams, what are the services available, and what are the new things you can get into. So all these things will be going to you live in next 3 days. That means on 21st January, Sunday. So in this session also we'll be providing some goodies for you. So get back on this session. So we will be provide all the services. So I think it's time for us to say goodbye for today. And again, I have to thank Pulasti and Nasif Nazim for joining my sessions today. So it's time to end, and thank you guys once again for
Thank you
joining
very
this
much,
session.
Nicola, for the initiative. It's, as I mentioned, it's a really good initiative. Keep up the
we
good
have
work. Congratulations.
we will be right. I think still I have technical difficulties. Sorry for that. Right. Give me a moment. Okay. At 10:30 a.m. So, guys, actually, sorry for the inconvenience again. So, have a nice day and see you next on Sunday.